Moving right along, in our last episode, we took you to Norway's best national parks and shared views from the country's highest peaks. And in this episode, we're taking you south to explore some of the world's most renowned fjords, glaciers, and rocks. So today we're driving to Geirangerfjord, and the road is incredible. It's like hairpin turns, amazing views, blue skies, mountaintops, snow, waterfalls, everywhere. Take a look. After twisting and turning our way down through the dizzying fairy tale landscapes, we finally made it to Geirangerfjord, where gigantic cruise ships are made to look like tiny toy boats.
We walked around, saw the sights, and got out of Dodge before we felt trapped by all the tourist shops.
The sun is setting, and we just found our home for the night. We have a grassy patch, and we have wild raspberry bushes for our breakfast in the morning. And we have quite a view. Look at this giant and amazing white slug. He's hanging out while Drew grills up our dinner.
Got a little bonfire going, got the grill going.
Staying warm over our campfire.
I'm heating up my pastry, drying my hands because I just got done cleaning the barbecue off.
We had a delicious dinner.
Yeah, and we picked a perfect spot. There's very few clouds out here. The sun just set and went behind the mountains, and the clouds are turning pink. There's this cool old dock out here, and we have the whole place to ourselves.
Yeah, it's pretty magical.
Wild camping at its best.
Here's our home.
Rise and shine. Look what we have for breakfast here.
Wild raspberries.
Ooh, looks so tasty. Morning, babe.
Morning.
Let's check out our view. It's one of our favorite spots because we had a bonfire last night. Ooh. We're off to see a glacier today, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Biggest glacier in continental Europe.
Ooh, that smells so good.
This is just water. I think you smell your coffee.
I think so too.
We're driving towards the glacier, but look at this water out here. It's just so beautiful, and it's so still. I'm just hoping nobody else comes in this tunnel.
My God.
Phew.
That was one way. That is a glacier. That's Jostedalsbreen Glacier.
The largest glacier in continental Europe.
That is a hard word to say.
This is the Preikestolen tongue.
Yes.
And this is right where we're standing. The glacial lake and the tongue of the Preikestolen tongue of the Jostedalsbreen Glacier. Crazy. We are currently treating ourselves to 2 fancy cups of coffee with this amazing view to look at the Stalheim Hotel. And we just hiked up the steepest road in Northern Europe, which you can see the buses going down. Going to hike to Preikestolen, and it couldn't be prettier. Look at that valley.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey. Buddy.
You're so cute. He's like, I like you. I like you too. And here we are making our way back down the mile-long Stalheim Road, which has 13 hairpin turns, a 20% grade, 2 amazing waterfalls, and tons of wild raspberries. Today we're in VOSS Norway, where they bottle VOSS water. We just biked around the whole lake, and now it's time for lunch.
Come on, babe.
I'm coming. Enjoying our last moments of sunshine, possibly for the next 5 days. We're hoping that's not the case, but the clouds.
The clouds rolling in.
Yeah, the clouds are rolling in, and the forecast says no sunshine. Chasing the sun, we continued south towards Stavanger, home of Lyse Fjord, where the unique mountains and formations offer hikes to some of the most legendary rocks in the world.
You're like hanging way over on this big chunk of rock.
Like hanging 10.
You're hanging 10 for me?
Whoa! Look at this mist! Oh my goodness! Wow! It's so big, I can't see anything. Oh my gosh, look at our window! Despite the rain and the fog, we have decided to hike up Preikestolen. We started at 2:30. There's a ton of people on the trail.
Yeah.
It's really humid.
Super humid.
But the trail
lot
has
of
been
clouds.
laid the entire way. Like, we're basically walking up stairs and giant stones. We're moments away from the Pulpit. It is now 3:40. It took us an hour and 10 minutes. And as you can see behind me, it's pretty beautiful. Even though there's some clouds, the sun is peeking out, we have some blue skies. I'm excited. I'm happy we did this.
Too.
We didn't doubt that somehow the fog would clear, and it did. Ba-ba-ba! We made it! And this is what it looks like when you visit a place that has been made famous by Instagram. People literally waiting in line.
And a trip to the top of Preikestolen wouldn't be complete without my Haribo.
Smurfs! Schtroumpf in French. This morning's view, we have some blue sky, which is very hopeful since today we are going to summit Kjeragbolten. There's some clouds down there, but we're hoping for sun all day. The road to Kjeragbolten was lined with hundreds, if not thousands, of cairns. I had been dreaming of this hike ever since I saw that daring little nugget on Pinterest back in college. And as stoked as we were for the trail ahead, the road there made it seem that much more extraordinary. Today, we are preparing to hike Kjeragbolten, the absolutely famous CHOCKSTONE. This is like my first Pinterest dream coming to life.
Something I've seen in magazines and brochures for a long time on Norway.
We've been praying for unexpectedly nice weather. We had nothing but clouds on the forecast for today.
And look, the sun is shining.
Yeah. This is the Kjerag Lodge and Restaurant and store, but we're gonna skip that for now.
We just paid Norwegian prices to park, which is typical for them with the
Right
tourist.
over there. 200 krone, about $26. It's the only place to park. Here's the steep first descent. There's about 3 ascents.
If you can do this, the rest of it will be a piece of cake.
That's what we've heard. We just came from down there, and we're climbing the rocks with some chain assistance, and we're going up there. And the view is already spectacular. We're following this path down into the valley, and then we have our second ascent.
we've been hiking for a while more, and we came up to this big plateau, and it's filled with cairns, a lot of greenery, some craggy rocks, but it's really leveled off, and it's quite an enjoyable walk, and we can walk side by side because we're not following each other.
Yeah, the trail is honestly really enjoyable. Extremely pleased. Everyone says how beautiful Kjeragbolten is, or CHOCKSTONE.
And we're blessed with some great weather.
Yeah, we just hope the clouds keep moving away from the sun.
Yeah, it's gotten a little chillier the higher we've came, but
yeah, it's good to have like a nice variety of clothes. We've got jacket, no jacket, beanie,
make sure you have layers.
visor. Yeah.
Onward.
It was a miracle that no one else was there when we first arrived. Just us, the sun, a visit from the full moon, and the miraculous Kjeragbolten for a good solid 10 minutes. Talk about a balance of adventure and romance.
That's that rock just wedged in there. Look at that.
Literally wedged in between the walls of a gorge waterfall with a 3,000-foot plunge into the fjord below, some people choose to simply pose next to the legendary CHOCKSTONE, while others take the leap, experiencing a truly unique moment of glory. And if you're looking for a place to find your center, there's no better time than standing on top of the CHOCKSTONE.
And then there's just some people who just can't make themselves do it. Too intimidating to get out on that CHOCKSTONE because it is a long, long way down if you fall. And death is inevitable. Ooh. So look how cool this chasm is that leads up to it. Pretty amazing, I know.
People are hanging out, taking pictures, eating lunch, cooking sausages, making a fire. Pretty fun here. A really cool spot.
This is Geiranger, home to Kjeragbolten.
Gotta make sure to explore all around Kjeragbolten because
there's just way more than just the bolt and the rock itself. You can find a lot of peace and serenity out here. Right. Partner in crime?
Right.
Good. Let's go finish up this hike.
Yeah. On the way down. Köttbullar.
Looks so tasty, babe.
Swedish meatballs after hiking to Kjeragbolten.
Ooh.
One of the best van life homes
Ever.
With bellies full of yumminess, happy hearts, and tired souls, we fell asleep before the sun set that night and woke up to spend a gloriously cozy day in the van, catching up on some much-needed TLC before summiting the last mountain of our 5 incredible, exhausting, unforgettable weeks in Norway. Having a van to live and travel in all across Europe has blessed us with some of the best adventures we could have ever asked for, and we love being able to share them with you. Join us in our next episode where we hike our last Norwegian mountain and begin the journey back south. And if you haven't hopped on the van already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, check out MrandMrsAdventure.com, and follow our daily adventures on Instagram. Until next time, we wish you lots of adventure and love, always and everywhere.